Hello students, welcome to GMaths Academy. I'm Victor. Today, I'll be continuing the intro class into plane geometry. Today, we're going to congruences of angles, talk about angles at the point, give some hints, then talk about what we did. So still on angles, we talk about congruences of angles. Now, various angles are formed by the transversal, and this results in congruences of angles. Congruences also mean harmonization, agreement of these angles. Now, the congruences or harmonizations mostly occur between the angles made by the first line A and the second line B. So we continue. The first congruency we'll be talking about are the corresponding angles. Now, given we have a straight line that divides the transversal at this point, we see that the angle here corresponds with the angle here. Now, corresponding angles are always equal to one another, given the two distinct lines are parallel to each other. We use arrows to show parallelism. Now, next congruency happens with alternating angles. Again, given we have a straight line dividing the transversal at this point, we see that the angle here alternates with the angle on the other side at this point. So we call them alternating angles. And again, alternating angles are equal to each other given the two distinct lines are parallel to each other. So if we have here 100 degrees, here would also be 100 degrees. Same for the first. If we have here 100 degrees, here would also be 100 degrees. Now, our next congruency here happens with co-interior angles. Now notice on our figure here, the transversal makes angle at the top and also below. Same for the other line, makes an angle above and makes another below. The angles outside are exterior angles, while the ones inside are called interior angles. Now in this case, we are referring to the angles facing each other, and so we call them co-interior angles. Co-interior angles sum up to 180 degrees. So if we have x degrees and y degrees here, this means that x degrees plus y degrees will always equal 180 degrees. Again, given our two distinct lines are parallel. Same for the other side also. If we have here a degrees and here b degrees, means that a degrees plus b degrees equal 180 degrees. Under angles at the point, we have adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are two or more angles that share a common angle at a point. So for instance, let's say we have the major angle here to be C degrees. Adjacent angles will be A degrees and B degrees. Adjacent angles can also be added. So for instance, we have B degrees plus A degrees to give C degrees. So this is basically what it means when you hear adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are just angles that share a common angle at a point. Let's move on to opposite angles. So opposite angles are made when any two lines cross each other and they are always equal to one another, given these two lines are straight lines. So for instance, if we have an angle here and let's say this angle is 100 degrees, this means our angle below or opposite will be 100 degrees. Also, let's say we have an angle here 50 degrees. It also means our angle on the other side will be 50 degrees. Simple. So congruency means to agree or to be suitable. Questions about angles in plane geometry, we basically check to find agreements or congruences of these angles. So that's all about congruencies. Congruency means to agree or to be suitable. In questions about congruency, I basically asked to check for congruencies or agreements between angles, and therefore understanding these congruencies will help you find unknowns easily. Understanding the laws, understanding the relationships, understanding the facts we have just given you will help you a great deal in finding answers easily. So we've succeeded in going through the basics you need to know as per Introduction to Plane Geometry. Today we've gone through congruencies of angles, we've gone through angles at a point, and I gave you a minor hint. Thank you for following me through this set of videos. These are the overview of the two parts of introduction. Thank you once again. See you next time.